It's your boy Bleeves. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always. It's been a long day, I mean a long week, maybe a long year, so let's get something clear. We're gonna stock up on some party favors later on. Tell everybody they're invited, you should come along. Best to bring your good foot, ladies gonna be dancing on the ceiling. Cocky and appealing, possibly revealing. Getting sideways like a bridesmaid, and she vibrate. If you a lightweight, hope you hydrate. We gon' tip the bottles back, busting out the fat sacks. People wearing costumes, chewing on a mushroom. Something like a wonderland, understand? Going down the rabbit hole with my kinfolk to another land. Damn, I said we do it like this. Magic carpet riders on some third eye shit. Mr. Pine Cones come a long, long way, so everybody get sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
What is going on, believers? I hope everybody's having a great morning. My name is Bleeves. This is Breakfast with Bleeves, and Luna Classic is just kind of consolidating right now. Things got real weird over the last short period of time since I've been gone. Since look, I took a couple days off, literally to film a movie, like of the craziest things that could possibly happen. I get to go film a movie, and then I come back, and the market is just, I don't even know what's going on in the market because nothing is. Dogs are mating with cats. It's raining fire. I have no idea what's happening here. It's just beyond bananas right now. So the DXY, if the DXY pumps, then crypto dumps, right? Except for Luna Classic. Now that no longer applies. The DXY pumps and crypto dumps, that's not happening either. So everything that we knew previously has been thrown to the woodshed, and I have no idea what is going on right now. The only thing that we can do is, at this point, read and react. Predicting what's going to happen next in this market is almost impossible. What most people were predicting, by the way, just so everybody has a clear understanding, the biggest prediction that everybody had was that the Ethereum Merge would lead to a buy the rumor, sell the news event. That being said, none of that shit happened. At best, you can say that they bought the rumor, sold the news days before. So when the Ethereum Merge happened, it just continued business as usual. So if you've made any trades, by the way, go ahead and put them in the chat. I've made a trade yet. Haven't seen what the fees are. Don't know how they are, if they're affected up or down. The original statement was that they would not be affected, and that the speed would not be affected either, because at this point sharding doesn't exist. So until that's implemented, then here we are. So let me know if you make any transactions. Good morning, Pocahontas. Good morning, Edward. Good morning, Connie. I don't have any good news right now, not yet. Maddie B in the house. What's going on? Jay Manuel. Jeff, good morning. Timsky, I'm back, man. Maddie B, what is going on? I will nominate Bleeves for Biden. You know what? I'll take it. I'm not even a raging ginger, so I'll do it. What's going on? Kamal in the house. What's happening? Toby Kenobi. What? Oh, roll up your sleeves and party with Bleeves. There you go. I like that. What's up, Diggy? Narender, good morning. MK Ultra, what is happening? MK Ultra, man, you know what? I miss Into the Badlands. And if anybody remembers that, MK was such a cool character. Crusher Mercury, you're lucky today. Our team gives you a promo code for 10 viewers for a whole day. What in the fuck is happening here? So, oh, you're selling me viewers. That shit's crazy, right? That shit's crazy. All right. What's going on, Dustin? Daniel in the house. What's going on? Ellis, what's happening? Namalilo, what is going on? Seiko Hunt, what's happening? Lando, what's going on? Hey, man. I hope the Falcons doing really well. I did some Shiba Swap stuff this morning, and it was fast and cheap 9 Gwei. So we might be having a run on the price. They haven't seen it in mass, so maybe we'll see something happen. But let's go look at the chart, and we can see here from the we can see over here on Terra Classic that we've just basically consolidated, and we consolidated right at the top of that last big that last big pennant that started the last big parabolic move. So at 27 is basically the trend here. What I'm hoping for, what I'm thinking, the best scenario is probably that we come down here, consolidate just a little bit on this line, and then move down and maybe catch this right here, and then comes back up probably. It looks very hard and very difficult. Now, anything can happen over the course of, we're looking at 4-hour chart right now. So anything can happen over the next 5 days. So, and we do have 5 days. So it's possible that we see this thing go way down deep so that we all get in there really good and we get the maximum amount of burn possible. But remember, there's always an investor out there or a group of investors who are going to screw that up, because that's, we've got a window into just like this one moment where we could just maximize burns down here. And I don't think that we're going to make it. I think, look, if you just imagine the worst possible scenario for how it plays out, and it just takes it a little bit longer, then that's probably what's going to play out. So in fact, what is most likely is we get a bounce here. We get a bounce back up here. We start coming back down, and we probably get right in here. So that's the bigger, more likely scenario. But it would really be good if we could get way down here. You got to consider here, just considering where we are right now at 27. If we said we're at 27, if we could just get down into this 13 level, we would burn twice as many tokens on the first day. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're trying to achieve when we're hoping this thing plays out. But let's get around into the market. By the way, for those of you that were nervous, there is an answer that came directly from the developer, EK826, and he says the blockchain itself is running completely independent of Terraform Labs. The validators are the guardians of the blockchain. Interfacing with the blockchain without using the command line requires some tooling that uses TFL resources. We're working on this independence. Reality is, if all TFL stuff were wiped out, we would be fine. It would just be inconvenient for a lot of people, but assets would be safe and the blockchain would continue to run. So they need the command line right here in order to, like, for example, when they did the V22 upgrade, they had the help of TFL. So TFL did it for them, and then everybody adopted it. But it could easily have just been adopted if everybody downloaded V22 and you had a 60% consensus, and then it would take over the network, and then it would all just deploy, and then V22 would be active. That's a more difficult way of doing stuff, but it is entirely possible. So that being said, there is the possibility of working around TFL. Now, the other thing is TFL might also just give them the toolkit required in order to do this, and they probably are planning on, or we're going to hand it over. So we might just see we might just see this thing kind of move over completely to Terra Rebels, and TFL will just kind of back away and say, not our problem anymore. So that's what might be happening. Now, on the other hand, Terra CEO Do Kwon's passport to be voided for quick deportation. As reported earlier, Terra's founder and CEO Do Kwon has an arrest warrant with his name. Kwon is wanted in South Korea for his ties to one of the biggest collapses in the crypto industry. Kwon is currently residing in Singapore, and the extradition process might not be as simple. However, South Korean authorities have stepped up their game to capture the wanted Terra founder. According to local South Korean news outlet Moonhwa Ilbo, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has been asked by the Seoul Southern District Prosecutor's Office to revoke the passports of 5 South Korean citizens, including Kwon. The ministry has also confirmed the request. Voiding Kwon's passport would make the extradition a whole lot easier. Individuals with revoked passports are required by international law to be returned to their country of origin right away. The process of invalidating a passport usually takes about a month. However, prosecution is expected to persuade the Terra founder and others to return their passports willingly to the South Korean embassy in Singapore. There's very little detail available on the 5 warrants. However, a person surnamed Han was apparently Terraform's head of finance. The previous chief CFO of Terraform was identified as Hung Chang-jun. Furthermore, Nicholas Platius, who was referred to as a founding executive and worked for the company as head of research from 2010 to 2020, is the only other person to date to have been named by the South Korean media. So they're going to apparently extradite him. I don't know that. I mean, like, that doesn't really do anything for. I mean, I don't know what this fix is. However, here's what the writing on the wall, I think, has been this. It's very simple. South Korea has now decided conveniently that Luna is a security, wink, wink. And if that's the case, then Do Kwon committed fraud by being fraudy, by frauding out some of his stuff with fraud. You know what I mean? And then I'm sure he's going to get there, and then they're going to be like, you committed fraud. And he's like, no, this is a commodity. This was not a security. And they're like, and you're going to jail for murder. We've already got a body ready for you. It's in your cell. You're going to go to prison. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like a setup to me. It feels like they're just trying to come up with a way and just come up with a reason, because there's a lot of people wrecked. Look, I'm not, and I don't want to underscore this by saying that there's not. There's a lot of people who lost their life savings. There's a lot of people who were wrecked entirely by it. Those are dumb people who invested and didn't have themselves diversified. And, you know, when you do that, that's the chance that you take. So saying that chance doesn't exist and that risk is not real is just idiocy. So I think what they're doing is they're bowing to that popular sentiment, that popular demand to make something happen. And I don't like it. But hey, you know what? We'll see what happens. So let's move on here and let's go to Ethereum right now. News on the Ethereum Merge. Yeah, there's no news. In fact, if you look at this shit right here, then somebody tell me what the fuck's going on, because like, here's what the best that you can say is this, right? Take a line right here and you can see this right here. You're kind of channeling in an upward fashion, right? And then you look over here and you can see that there's kind of this line touching all the points of contact. So you've really got this kind of cone coming out, but it's coming out from this downward movement, which means that it's a bear pennant, which means that there's more downside coming. So the most likely scenario to play out is maybe we get a pump here and then we get a dump down here. But I mean, let's face it, 876 is a long way from where we are right now. So that's what this looks like. That's the way Ethereum seems to be playing out right now. So I haven't seen anybody complaining. I haven't seen anybody with that's lost anything. I guess now would be a good time for me to go check my wallet. Jesus Christ, I forgot about that. Nope, I got 16 Ethereum. So yeah, it for right now, at least it looks good. So I don't know if it stays that way. The Dow, by the way, there's a lot of the pre-market trading was up, it was down, it was up, it was down, and now it's down for NASDAQ and S&P, but it's up for Dow futures. When you go look, you know, basically what you're getting is that oil and gas stocks are pumping, everything else is kind of idle or dumping, that we're not really seeing opportunity in the market where you would want the opportunity to exist because of the scathing inflation numbers. Now, the bad part to the inflation number is that those numbers give you pause, and it makes it very real right now that the Fed could come out and they're meeting very soon. What is 11 days? So in 11 or 12 days, you might be seeing 100 basis points as a hike. And if that happens, all the markets are going down big time yet again. If we get the 75 basis points, that's already been priced into the market. So you'll see business as usual. You might see a little bit of you might see a little bit of people just dumping out, but generally speaking, you're not going to have to worry about it. Generally speaking, you should see whatever we're gonna see. You know, you might even see a relief rally with 75 basis points. So we're gonna see now, and we're gonna find out whether or not. And remember, by the way, this is being reactionary. So it could be that they're looking at it and saying, well, we've already priced this in. We've already done what we needed to do, 75 basis points. The only reason for 100 basis points right now is to shock people and scare people. You know, it's one of those shock and awe sort of scare you moments where people are just like, oh my God, what's really happening right now? And I don't know that we're going to see that. I think that we're probably past that. You're a rock, Bleed. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Good morning, Bleaves. Like your channel, man. Great news from Holland. Holland in the house. What's going on, man? Tell us when it gets to $1.99 already. Yeah, that's I believe November 13, 2023 is the exact date, but I'm not sure. It might be. What's going on, Jonathan? Martin in the house. What's going to be going on, man? Are you adding more Luna Classic in this fall? Matter of fact, I did. I added 8 million more. Now I've got private wallets that don't have anything to do with what I'm doing here. So for the purpose of this one, we have 10 million in one wallet. I don't like what I'm seeing here. Okay, so I have 10 million Luna Classic. Then I have 50,000 in staking rewards. And for some reason, I have now 1.97 Luna Classic. And my staking rewards are, something's wrong here. Maybe this is a summary. Maybe they changed the mathematical process here, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just kind of a summary here. Total staking rewards. I'm not really sure what's going on here. So something's crazy. But we do have more proposals up, by the way. This was the parameter change for the 1.2 tax and burn, signaling proposal for decreasing the maximum voting power of a validator to 10%. Now, by the way, if you're not paying attention, then you will see that all nodes is sitting at 20% right now. Orion is at 19, Interstellar Lounge is at 15, and Lunk DAO is at 10.71. Everybody else is far below that. And what they're saying is they would cap all nodes at 10%. They would cap these guys because right now, whatever these four guys right here want is what's going to happen. So these four people, if they get together, they represent over 60%. They can get anything done they want in Luna Classic. So I think they're trying to seize the power from that situation. So I mean, we'll see what happens. So we've got 26 voted yes, 36% abstained, and then 35% voted no. Let's let the market do what the market do. So we're gonna go no on this one because I don't want to see, like, the worst thing is to see it's nice to have limits, sure, but that should be from competition. The limit shouldn't be because the government, in this case, Terra Station, it tells us that you have to have a limit. Like that's not how free market works. So let's not do that. All right. So, but anyway, so I have 10 million there. I have 5 million in another wallet and 3 million in another wallet. None of those are staked though. So, I mean, maybe I'll make a change. Maybe I'll move and create another station account or something like that. Maybe. We are. What's going on, Kat? What's up, me? And good morning, Greg. Crypto Shop in the house. What's going on, man? BTFA giveaway is today. Now he's going to tease me with the new NFTs, and I haven't seen them yet, so I have no idea. Ain't that a bitch? All right, so anyway, back to this over here. So we're sitting here with, matter of fact, let's get let's save the drama for my mama. And let's put that background beat on. All right. I think so. I think there was, look, there was a lot of hype saying that it was buy the rumor, sell the news, and we didn't get it. So, I mean, that is kind of a good sign. So, I mean, maybe after all, it'll be kind of cool, maybe. But, oh, by the way, for those of you that didn't see, there we go. And there we go. That's some of the photos from the set after they did the makeup and stuff like that. This was me. I was being electrocuted, so they made me look like they gave me black lips and did the black eyes and stuff like that, so that I looked like I had been electrocuted. So, and then that was the hand that I was using. So they made it look like my hand was burned up as well and all crispy and shit. That's what I said, zomblies. And they were like, yeah, we like that. We like that. Who knows? Who knows what they're going to do with that? All right, so DXY is moving sideways, and that's horrible for everything, by the way. Bitcoin is roughly hovering at 20,000, fighting this line. But listen, what you're looking at right now is this kind of playing this way. You're looking at this kind of playing this way. And you're looking at this coming from this big thing right here, which means that we've got more downside to go. And if you remember down here, this was our this was kind of where we were trending in our trend line. So it is entirely possible that this trend line continues to play out, and that puts our low somewhere down here in the 18,000 level. Still not all-time low. It's most people, there's most indicators that have told us now that the bottom is in, that if you're looking for the bottom, that we've already reached it. But the other thing is that might be different for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum obviously is showing an enormous amount of strength compared to where Bitcoin is. So, even though they're running kind of together, you got to remember that when Bitcoin lost 3,000 points and was down at 17,000, Ethereum was down at 876. Now, if that happens again, Bitcoin might go down to 17, but it would still be around or could hit that 17,567 number. But Ethereum is not primed to hit 879 again. If it were to come down again, it'd probably be like 1,200. So, things have changed in the market. There's been Ethereum has turned into quite the little thirst trap, and people are wanting Ethereum to be successful. So it does seem that it's weakening, by the way. It does seem that it's been weakening a little bit. So, we'll see how it plays out. But, really, I don't know, man. I really think that in 5 minutes, we're going to see a big dip in the Dow Jones again, because look, the bears are in control of everything right now. And we might have had a relief yesterday of 30 points, but that still means that we're down 1,246 points over 2 days. So it's not like we had a real relief. We didn't really rally at all. We're just right now. Look, this looks like if I were calling it, right, I would say that this looks like the calm before a very big downward storm. There's no strength, there's no support, there's no will for crypto to move up. There's no will even for the Dow Jones to move up. As a matter of fact, I think treasuries just hit an 11-year high. Treasury yields were here we go. 10-year treasury yields near 11-year highs. So, what they're telling you at this point is that it's better to just stick your money in bonds and that's it. So, I mean, that should make everybody a little bit nervous, right? Again, I mean, I still think that the bottom is in. I still think there's plenty of money to be made, but you know, if we hit this trend line, by the way, sometime around here, then we're still not at the bottom. That bottom comes down right about here. So it's possible that we bounce off of it. Now we've never, once the bottom has been called by some of these indicators, it's never gone. It's gone lower, by the way. It doesn't mean that it's going to shoot up or anything like that. But once the bottom has happened, there's been this choppiness and this sideways movement for a long time. And you can see it at each cycle in the market when you're calling a bottom. You can see it over and over and over again. But there's no, at this point, I think it's safe to say that if the bottom is not in, it's not going to be much more than 17.5. And it looks like it's just in this area. And even if we create a new low, we're going from creating a new low of 22.5 to 20,000. And then if we do it again, it's probably going to be like 18.6. And then the 18.6 is a pretty strong level. Look how many times we hit 18.6 right here, and it bounced immediately and got us going on a big run up. So it's entirely possible that we get lower, but it looks like 18.6 is the low where we're probably going to see that bounce happen. At least that's the best guess that you can make based on the data that you have. But for what's going on for Luna Classic right now, it's just trending sideways, just waiting for the moment. Luna, by the way, you can see over here, Luna is kind of doing the same thing. The difference is, Luna has no support levels. So where it's consolidating right now is literally the only spot after launch when it shot up like $20, I think. So, you got these little certain levels that it kind of sat at for a second, $6, $3. So when you're seeing it pump, that's what you're seeing right now. And I really feel like there's more downside coming. I think you're going to see a lot of downside coming on Luna class and on Luna in the next couple days. So, we'll be at a penny. And look, I think when you have 365, one thing to consider is that if you have $1 billion in volume a day, then you just kind of have to do the math. And remember, it's there's the law of diminishing returns certainly applies here, but you're going to burn an enormous amount of supply. And I think it's important to look at, you don't have to burn 6.9 trillion though, because it's the 6.15 trillion right now, the circulating supply, that constitutes the market cap. So, what you need right now is to see that sort of play out, right? So the volume is down under 1 billion. The market cap is down to 1.6. But listen, a week ago, the market cap was 768,000 or 768 million. We are double where we were just a week ago. So, all of this up and down sort of stuff here, like nobody should give a shit about that. We're right here, but what was it? The beginning of August? No. Why does this look? There we go. So September 4, 2 weeks ago, let's call it 2 weeks. My bad. 2 weeks ago, here we were way down here. So, and the 24-hour volume was in the 300 million range. It was in the 100 million range. It had gone all the way down to 50 million, 60 million for 24-hour volume. And remember, when we got up here, we were at 2.4 billion. We were at 4 billion on one day. We were over 3 billion on most days. So, listen, we got there's going to be a whole lot of stuff happening over the next little while. We're going to start to see some real pump happen. So just have a little patience. Let this thing play out to this downside. Enjoy the fact that you're going to get a more significant burn. But, you know, if you have $1 billion a day, then that's going to be, you know, what, $12 million a day in burns. So they'll be burning $12 million worth of tokens. And just to get an idea, 12. What are we trading at right now? 27. Oops. Divided by 0.123, 27. That means you're talking about 44 billion a day just at this price, right? So 44 billion times 365 days is 16. All right, 1. That was 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's going to be in the trillions. So we would have burned 16 trillion tokens with this much volume. So we would literally have burned twice as much supply in a year. So the price is, and of course we won't do that, by the way, but the price is, this is significant. This is a significant moment. All you have to do is take a deep breath and just relax. And pretty soon you're gonna start to see some crazy stuff happening. Just relax a little bit. 1 million Luna for $200 is a fantastic price. Yeah, that's exactly right. You're going to 10x, 15x, 20x, 30x. I mean, look, some of this stuff is going to be life-changing for some people. That's all I'm saying. But let's go look, by the way. DeConnect is still up 24% on the day. Now, guys, I've been telling you for days upon days upon days that this was a play. Is based on if everyone accepts the burn. Well, it so sort of, because the math on it all is kind of wonky, because first and number one, we're talking about $1 billion a day, which will be more than $1 billion a day. Also, right now, 40% of the volume is based on Binance, and Binance is doing burns on deposits and withdrawals, and not on trading at the moment, because their trading is going off chain. But generally speaking, yeah, 1 billion. We're gonna burn an incredible amount of supply in a very rapid fashion. It's how much we can get in the beginning that's going to matter. Like if we can significantly reduce this supply just in the first month, then the price is going to go way up. First of all, you got to understand that the price is going to end up going way up once this really starts to churn and burn. And when that price shoots up like that, then the burn's going to diminish, and it's going to start getting slower and slower and slower and slower. But anyway, DeConnect, I told you guys about this the other day, and it's now up to 74.79. I put in 500, which was 12,000 times 0.0074798. Whoops. All right, just going to tell you, my $500 that I put in is now worth $935. So if you were looking to make a play and you didn't follow me on DeConnect all of these times that I told you, sorry, but I kept giving you the play. Also, you know, we're in a bear market. So just so you guys understand, these guys are serious about their stuff. You're going to see CoinMarketCap, you're going to see CoinGecko, you're going to see market listings. Like, these guys are looking to make this thing move seriously. And that being said, I mean, it's not going to be anything for the price here to double, triple, or quadruple. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a 465,000 market cap right now, and you could see this thing really start to take off. So do your own research, figure it out for yourself. I'm about to do a bunch more content for them to add to the website, and I'm super happy with where I am so far. So And if you got in, you probably are too. Hulk is up 14% on the day at 69.32. Terra is about even at 99.39. Saitama, same thing, about even at 17.44. Phoenix V2 down 1%. Volt at 91.24. Volt regained that zero. We don't want to see it regain the zero, but it happens. Shift 53.20, still waiting for an update on getting the app maximized and ready to go. WAGMI 27.90, that's down about 500 points in the last couple days, 4.5%. MMAI MetaMonkey is down to 45.89. It might even be close to like the starting price at this point. I don't think MetaMonkey is having much of a run. As soon as they got rid of the tax, I think, as soon as they got rid of the tax, everybody just did their thing and took their money and ran. Same thing happened with Terra, by the way. This is getting ready for the next leg. Hopefully, with some good information, with some good, with a good pump, then in the market. I mean, not just MetaMonkey, but with a good pump, then you start to see this thing move, and there's some serious muscle behind it. You have to understand that one. And when you have serious muscle, I'm not saying this project is going to go to the moon. I'm just saying that these good projects that last a while, that have a good team behind them, they tend to, and I keep saying it, but they tend to hit 300 million. And wherever you are right now, this is a 5 million market cap, so that's 60x from where it is, just to get to 300 million. And you never know when something like this just takes off like that. So whatever you got in there right now could 60x getting to 300 million, of course. Box of 5092, and they just added a new property. They're down 7% on the day. But trading volume is low for everybody right now. So we got to all recognize that the risk. We're in the riskiest of the risky markets. By the way, this is this is the real place where shit gets serious. And when you don't have a whole lot of money coming into the overall market, then it tends to wear down the price points of where you are. And people get tired. People get tired. I saw a chart talking about the personal savings rate, the St. Louis Fed, and look at this shit. Okay, this is where we are right now. So you look at, and this is on the thousands, by the way. Okay, so this is how much money on average you have in the bank. So the average number here was 6,000, then it was 7,000, then it was 8. Then we hit COVID, and then everybody got a bunch of money. So we had a whole bunch of people with a whole bunch of money in their account. Everybody had an enormous savings account. Well, now we're down to 5. And when you look at the average amount being $5,000 in savings, we haven't seen that since the recession back in 2008. Like, this was the lowest period right here when the housing market collapsed. So, and it built up from there. It didn't not build up. So, you see here from 2009 to around 2016, it was up to 7. Then it dipped a little bit, but not significant. Just kind of trended sideways. So this was a good sort of period. And then you had this enormous spike in December of 2018. It wasn't maintained, but it was a tremendous spike. And then, it was around that 7 area all this time. So now, what are you going to do with your money is the question. If you're spending your money on food and gas and shelter and all the prices are going up, then you don't have any money in your savings account. So you don't have any investment money. So where is the investment money? You know what I mean? And that's the question that we have to ask ourselves. Institutional money is out there. Institutional money is still, look, the rich got richer, but they don't want to give that money up. What we need for this market, I know that nobody wants to hear this, but what we need is the government start printing more checks. I mean, that's That's literally what caused all of this right here. And it's not viable. It's not reasonable for the government to just continuing to print money, but that's what's going on. So Luna Classic is going to have an AMA with KuCoin. But anyway, so I mean, there's a lot of money that was taken out of this market that's not coming back easily, because these people are just, they're not having it. And Dow Jones is down 80 points already as we start the day, and the SPY is down 1.28% to kick it off, which is going to cause the DXY to probably spike towards the upside, which is going to cause crypto to move to the downside. But we just got a red DXY, so you never know. These things are dodgy at best, but that's where everything is. I think we summarized everything, right? Well, I think so. So we've got a lot of red in the market. There's blood in the water. Look, at this point, it's incredibly unpredictable. Here's what we say. It's incredibly unpredictable. We don't know exactly what's going to happen here. Uh-oh, hold on. All right, give me 1 second here, guys. All right, so it looks like we got a preview of the new BTFA. There we go. This is from Fabrice Sapolsky. So you guys can see, like, this is, god damn, this is the type of high quality shit coming out of BTFA now. I like how they kept the eyes, though. I love that they kept the eyes of all things, man. That's awesome. Next target, 20. Like I'm thinking it's going to hit 2. Then maybe it's a chance to accumulate a little bit more, but it's Abe. It's very tough to predict right now. The only thing that you can predict right now is patience. Just kind of give it a little bit of time, take a deep breath, and just kind of hold on for dear life. If you're trying to accumulate more, I would recommend accumulating before the 18th, because I would think 2 days before, we're probably going to start to see some movement, because people are going to start that little FOMO process, because they're going to recognize the burn is in 2 days, and they're going to be like, oh shit, here we go. So I think that's how it's going to feel. So that being said, I would get in over the next 2 days. Just look for your best bottom. I mean, look for it really seems like it wants to hold at 27 right now. And it could push down to 23, could push down to 16, but I mean, there's a lot of people staking that were not staking before. So there's a lot of money off the table. This is so tough right now. And the market is generally weak. So you could see an enormous dump. Remember, there's a guy out there with 22 billion supply that is looking to short this thing and looking to create a position for himself. And if he's got 22 billion that he's showing you, how much does he actually have? And how much is he willing to make a red candle? Because you never know when he'll dump like this from 34 down to 25. You could see that same thing happen right here down to 19 at a moment's notice, just to create some paranoia and some crazy sentiment. And then all of a sudden you see the whole thing just start to collapse down to this 12 to 13 level. And listen, one thing that we've learned about this bear market is no matter how bad you think it is, it's going to get worse. So, we're not at the bottom of some of these tokens. We're probably at the bottom of Bitcoin. We're probably at the bottom of Ethereum. We're probably at the bottom of most of the majors. But the ones that we're in this meme coin sort of space, like, this is serious shit right now. We might see a real full on, and he might just get sucked right into it. But anyway, so this is the preview of the new BTFA line. So you can see the difference, by the way, over here in this one. So I think these are pretty cool. And just for the record, and just so everybody understands that BTFA is moving away from being something of a token, and the token is now going to be a DAO. It's just be a total DAO, and they're moving into that NFT universe. So they're changing dramatically the way that they're doing stuff. So and I think it's for the best, because they've got a phenomenal artist. They've got a lot. And by the way, Luna Classic is pumping all of a sudden. Nah, not much. No, never mind. I'm just seeing the number moving up here. Maybe it's been doing that the whole time, and I've just been ignoring it. I'm gonna do instead of Ask Jeeves, I'm gonna do Ask Believes, and I've saved up some questions. I just haven't filmed it yet to answer the questions, but I'm gonna answer them pretty soon. Whew. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up right now. This is my first day back to work in a couple days after leaving town for this movie. So I got to get some stuff ready here for the day. So it's not financial advice. My name is Believes. I'm always right. Be very careful in your trading today. I will see you for bedtime with Believes tonight. And good luck out there. We'll see how the American market treats it. So far, the Dow Jones was down almost 100 points. It's now back to even. So, I mean, we'll see how this thing plays out over the course of the day. You guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you again soon.